Hey, Dan Passarelli here. Happy Ides of January, middle of the week, middle of the month. All right. So the S&P 500 was up a fair amount today, closing right around 1.8%, recording this about a minute and a half before the close. Probably get to hear the bell ring in a minute, but yeah, we had a big old gap today, but notably it didn't jump through the 50-day moving average. Now, first of all, there's a lot to talk about here. Why was the market up today? Well, it's because the CPI number came out, and the core CPI was better than expected, both on a month-to-month and a year-over-year basis. 2.3, or excuse me, 0.2 versus 0.3% for the month-over-month, and 3.2 versus 3.3% on the year-over-year. So 0.1% better on each, enough to move the needle, obviously. Now, like I said, we had this big gap today. Didn't make it through the 50-day moving average, which tends to act as resistance or support, depending on which side we're on. But the thing that concerns me a little bit more is the yield curve. The long-term rates are higher than the short-term rates, pretty significantly indicating that the market thinks that interest rates will go higher, or at least definitely not fall in the near future, which is supported by a lot of the rhetoric we hear coming out of the Federal Reserve governors. So the question becomes, is this just a blip on the radar and we'll get a pullback to fill that gap coming up the rest of the week? Or do we bust through that 50-day moving average and get some decent follow through? Well, there's that aforementioned bell. Well, that is the question that I have on my mind as well, which is one of the reasons why I am starting to favor straddles in the broad market. I put on one of those today, actually a strangle technically, in the SPY, and gave myself enough time for things to come to fruition to the upside or the downside. So I hope that helps. This is Dan Passarelli. Trade smart, and please make sure that you subscribe if you're not already subscribed. That really helps me get this information out to you and the rest of the world.